Alone, alone, all alone, on a white, wide sea, and never a saint took pity on my soul in agony.
This is the Horrible Film School. Take a seat and slowly peel open your trapper keepers. I am Chris, and I'm here with Professor Hootie.
What's up, fellas? I know it's hot outside, but a movie like we're covering today makes you want to get in the water.
Nothing like a heat dome to make you want to take a little dip in a cool pool. Speaking of cool guys, we're also joined by a man who would absolutely answer a Craigslist ad offering free room and board in exchange for animal cosplay. Professor Joey, a.k.a. Dr. Nesty.
I went into this movie trying to figure out what animal would I want to be turned into.
You are an animal. Don't tell me it's going to be Teen Wolf. We could bring this Michael J. Fox shit back.
No, we're not thinking Teen Wolf. I'm thinking like a warthog. I think becoming like a warthog would be so...
Like
it's like the opposite of a... It's like the opposite of a walrus.
I think you would shit everywhere though, right?
Like the tusks come up out of your mouth and you're actually bipedal.
Looks
it's like the better. It's like
man.
It's like a land walrus.
Well, if you're taking Pumbaa Joy, I'll take whatever Timon was.
Meerkat. The meerkat.
I'll take a meerkat. I'll hang out with.
Oh, I guess that makes me a lion.
Look at us.
I got the whole.
I think that makes you a toucan, Chris, like that fucking bird.
Hakuna Matata. You talking about Zazu? Don't get me fucking started on the Lion King.
Yeah,
bro.
you a Zazu, bro.
That shit all day. Oh, Zazu. Yeah, doing that JTT voice. Oh, I just can't wait to be king.
One of the best Genesis games as well was that.
Oh, that's a throwback.
Oh, you
right
are crazy. That's like considered one of the hardest video games of all time.
Oh,
There's no way you enjoyed playing that.
It's got a great soundtrack. I usually got to like level 6 or 7.
Play this shit again 8 times in a row. Never get any further.
I'm thinking this
we had so many games like that.
This dude had the Game Shark. Ain't no way his ass got it to level 6 or 7 on that game.
Oh, he was hacking it. He had the hack pad.
Uh-huh.
I played it a lot.
Sega Genesis emulator and fire that bad boy up. You still got the cartridges?
Yeah.
Oh
shit! It might be a little dust on the bottom.
Oh yeah, you got to blow them out.
I wish I was that well off. We used to have to trade like 9 games for one fucking game, bro.
Just to get one piece of shit.
We was on the struggle bus.
One piece of shit, $4.99. Used game out of the bargain bin.
eBay games would be like, yeah, you gotta trade your whole collection for this.
Thank you, sir. Can we have
this
another
wrestling game from the last generation?
Y'all got the free Sonic Hedgehog 2 and 3 that came with the consoles.
Oh yeah, that's what everybody got down with. You got to charge up that Sonic Speed Burst.
No. It was sneaking into the magazine section over at Food Line and
the demos,
demo
discs. Yes, Parappa the Rapper. I remember playing the hell out of that demo.
Metal Gear Solid, man.
Wow,
I remember that. I could beat that first level blindfolded.
Whatever you just
Pizza
said.
Hut was giving out demo discs too.
I got that for Pizza Hut. Yeah,
exactly. There you go. We used to go to this is what poor kids do. We go to our friend's house and just play the damn demo disc for 4 hours straight. Oh, damn, I miss being poor.
Different times.
So it's so much easier. Never was bored. Let's pop into some news. Yeah, I got one. This is for Mr. Hootie personally here. It is time to meet horror legend Robert Englund's Cricket in the new release, Pinocchio Unstrung, in theaters July 24th. Bob, you're still getting work, baby.
I heard
Jimmy
about this.
Cricket.
Hey, good for him. I haven't seen none of this Disney horror movie genre, so
it's called the Poonaverse, I think.
Poonaverse. Okay.
Because Winnie the Pooh was the first like horror like the horror movie from that time period.
From the public domain.
Because you got like what? You got what? Old. You got Mickey Mouse now. You got Pinocchio, Winnie the Pooh.
Piglet, I think, was part of it. But Tigger's not there yet.
Bambi just came out.
Tigger's coming.
Yeah, it did. I mean, I would say I'm excited to watch it, but Robert Englund also does, we've seen over the years, like to get paid and does some not so great movies.
Some swings and some misses.
You talking about somebody who likes to get paid? Kevin Smith's daughter after this fucking movie likes to get paid, bro. She's in a bunch of shit.
You talking about Harley Quinn, Smith? All right, moving on here. This is something actually, I think I broke this news to Hootie when we covered it, but to circle back around, Barbarian is officially getting a physical media release. 4K and Blu-ray Steelbook on August the 11th.
News so nice you had to say it twice.
Isn't that bizarre, man? You didn't even think about the fact that there was no physical media when I told you about it. You were shocked, I remember.
Yeah, I was, because one, I'm just not in the physical media world anymore. But
yeah, who was the physical media audience to begin with?
I'm just saying it's something you take for granted now, right? Like the fact that you could never own Barbarian until August the 11th. Isn't that like a weird...
But now you can really own it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's yours forever now. I saw they were pulling a bunch of stuff off of the Sony PlayStations that people had bought that their license expired for. Like if you bought Terminator 2 through the PlayStation, it's going to be gone in like 2 weeks.
Look, there's something really reassuring about knowing that, you know, when the nuclear bombs drop and in my bomb shelter, I can have a physical copy of Barbarian,
baby,
ready to go.
I
I
mean,
appreciate that.
Work.
Thanks, guys.
I'm not a hoarder guy. I don't want a bunch of crap, but I'm just saying it needs some sort of preservation.
You talking about some hoarder shit? I still got my DVDs from 2005 over here.
This is way more geared
towards
your mindset than mine. I love getting rid of
I can't get rid of them. There's so many good ones in there.
I still have a lot of my Blu-rays.
Sega Genesis cartridges, so what the hell?
I do. Yeah.
This directly affects both of you more than me.
I was like, Joey, like, what do you, I mean, I can't throw them away, you know?
I don't want to give them away either. I don't want somebody else to enjoy.
You could trade them all in for one shitty game from GameStop.
But then I still got a physical media. I still got a piece of physical media at that point. Like, what am I doing?
Just one. I'm a grinder. See, I'll buy a game. I'll get the physical media version, beat it, and then sell it. So I guess some of my
Just
money
say you're
back.
own grinder.
I'm just that greedy. I'm a grinder. Not own grinder.
At least you're own grinder. Oh,
maybe I should hop on there.
I see why you've been taking Taekwondo now.
Pumping my own tires, as they say. All right, I'm stepping forward here. We have early art for Nicholas Winding Refn's new movie, which is a remake of a 1980 slasher movie coming soon from Mubi. Nicholas Winding Refn is remaking Maniac Cop from 1988.
Bruce Campbell.
This is the guy who did Drive, Only God Forgives, etc., etc. I'm a big fan of his style. So,
wait, did you say Bruce Campbell?
Yeah, isn't he a Maniac Cop?
BC, baby.
Isn't he in like
second
2 minutes of the movie?
Well, it's still in it. He still got paid.
That's a spoiler alert. I don't know. I think he was the second bill when I saw I was like,
he?
I've heard of this movie, never seen it, but
I've seen a clip on like TikTok, and it didn't last very long.
TikTok, okay. Now we're talking. Now you're not speaking my language anymore. Physical media, huh?
I was never the biggest fan of Maniac Cop or Maniac Cop 2, but I'm excited to see what he can do.
Shout out. He said, "Fuck that Maniac Cop." All right. Oh, here's a very pressing one, considering that this movie came out on VOD today, which means I'll be watching it probably the next couple of days. Clive Barker of Obsession fame is directing the next installment in the Texas Chainsaw franchise. Here's his quote: "I want to recapture the rawness and the groundedness of the original."
Yeah, I think he's going to focus more on the actual family itself, from what I've read.
Is he going to say that
that's why? Family? That's why. All right. A while back, Patricia signed me up for this like text message service that the girl from Obsession would like text you or whatever, right?
Oh yeah,
and like she'd leave you voicemails and shit. And I haven't heard from her in like weeks, and I was worried. I was trying to find out what the hell's going on with the Obsession girl.
She texted me your ass?
Today. Nah, she texted me today. She said, "Don't think I didn't forget about you."
Nice. It's got to be tied into that VOD release, baby.
And you paid for this?
I think it's tied to the release of the VOD.
On digital, man. So yeah, give me a couple days. I'll have some input in that conversation.
Nah, you need to watch that shit now. We need to just stop the podcast. Just do a watch party.
3:00 in the morning and do it.
Let's just do a watch party of
live stream.
Obsession.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
YouTube live. Here we go. Let's go ahead and break all the copyright laws on day one.
Get your popcorn ready.
The last thing I got is just a recommendation. I don't know if you boys know anything about Widow's Bay, but that is a banger. Thumbs up. First season just wrapped about 2 weeks ago. Fantastic.
I've heard nothing but good things about the show.
It's great. It's funny. It's scary. It's got a perfect balance. Great tone. Very original.
Well, speaking of tone, this movie didn't have one of those.
Hey. Well, you got anything else to share, fellows here?
I got one. The trailer for Werewolf dropped.
I hadn't watched it yet. I did get spammed with all those notifications.
I haven't
I'm
either,
already a
but
day
it's-
one guy.
Dude, I just rewatched Nosferatu.
Nosferatu.
Man,
I
I'm
love
so
that
hyped
movie.
for that shit. We tried to watch it the other
You weren't a
day,
big fan of it,
and
Hody.
somebody fell asleep like 3 minutes in and didn't even like remember the movie whatsoever. But I was up for
It's a gothic romance,
fool.
man. It's a love
It's
story.
fantastic, man. Lily Depth is a regal look, you know? She looks like she's from the time period.
Yeah, she's 200 years old at
With
this
that
point.
big-ass
Seems like
forehead.
that look is very Tim Burton-ish.
And I know you said when we watched The Witch that it's actually the Vitch, or however you said it.
The
Is it werewolf or however you would say werewolf?
Werewolf.
Werewolf.
You got to say it with like an Eastern European.
Werewolf.
Werewolf. It's like Dirk Nowinski. It's not Dirk Nowinski. You
It's
say
Dirk
Witzki's,
Nowinski.
right? No, it's not. You racist.
It's Dirk Nowinski.
He's German, bro. He's not American. It's Nowitzki. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but yeah. But yeah, Werewolf. I didn't want to watch any footage because I'm in the bag for Eggers either way. Whatever he wants to do.
All I have is a tie-in to our previous episode from, I think, 2 episodes ago with Hellraiser. Halloween Horror Nights will be tempting guests to step beyond the threshold of pain and pleasure with an all-new haunted house inspired by the first 3 Hellraiser films.
Oh, shit.
So we get to see,
baby.
we get to see DVD head and camera head and all those guys.
Yes.
I mean, they gave no details of what's inside the haunted house, but I'm assuming.
God, I'd be
It's
so
coming.
hyped to see that.
Doug Bradley has signed on to lend his voice to the haunted house as well.
That's so cool.
Can they borrow the bloody mattress as well? You know, that thing's got all kinds of disease.
Start
on it.
wiggle around in that thing.
Ooh, let me just take a quick little shower.
That's part of the
That's
ride.
how the haunted
You
house
can, like,
starts.
if you pay for the VIP experience, you get to wiggle on the mattress with her.
Oh, God. You get a tetanus shot right after you get out.
Bullshit. I'm gonna be all for that. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna ride.
Julia,
I'm gonna ride that one
Julia.
again.
I just want to see the hallways with them walls that move every time you touch them.
Yes. Hootie, damn it. I'm not going to get into this again. I think it makes sense in the context. All right, I'm done. That's all we got. Let's turn to page 2014 for today's assignment. A little film by the name.
Before we go any further, we
of-
probably should mention Amityville Shark House.
Holy shit. This is the WTF moment. Tell
Yes,
us all what you dropped in the general chat there.
It just came to our attention. There's yet another Amityville sequel that just dropped a few days back. It's called Amityville Shark House. It's about a guy who buys the Amityville house and finds a shark idol and touches it and slowly becomes a shark.
Oh, he turns into a shark. Oh,
He
Whoa.
turns into a shark, baby.
Jesus.
How about a plot twist?
Does he eat his family? Like, what?
Oh, he
What's the
eats something,
Amityville
all
part
right.
of it?
You have to tune in to find out.
I guess
Damn
that would
it.
tie into Tusk.
All right, man. Today's assignment is 2014's Tusk. The lesson for this one rings true. Sadness was made by the U.S. of A. Your choice, Joy. Have at it.
Yeah, man. Had to give some love to Kevin Smith. I don't think you got very many options when it comes to horrors from Kevin Smith. Is Red State a horror or no?
I think it's more action, maybe
Yeah, I
more
would
thriller.
consider it.
It's like a Jonestown type deal, right? If I remember correctly.
Which is terrifying.
Yeah, more just like
Yeah,
a
terrifying
fucked
to
up,
me.
bad.
Well, I
Creepy
guess
story.
this might be the only time we get to talk about Kevin Smith. So let's do it right. Let's start it off with the fan reviews here. Now this movie has a lot of negative fan reviews. There was, I think, 1-star reviews. There was like 140 that I had to dig through. And this movie, in general, I don't think got over 500 reviews. So 141-star reviews, I think, very telling. But you know what? Let's not start off negative. Go ahead.
What platform is that on?
IMDb.
Ooh, 140. How many? You said the positive ratio was like what, a 1-to-1?
It was, well, yeah,
1 to 141.
half 1 stars, the other half all the other stars.
Naturally.
Start off positive. The title of this review is Just the Truth, and it's by a username with a bunch of letters. I think it's a burner account.
Ooh.
But
Put
what's
that
more
was-
interesting is the date. that this review was published June 28th of 2026.
Oh, well.
What?
So somebody just discovered this movie.
This is 2 days ago?
2 days ago.
Oh.
Did one of you fuckers write this?
That was not me.
because it's a little bit too eloquent for me. Mine's a little bit more crass, you know? Here we go.
Let's hear what you
Thankfully, Tusk came into my orbit by complete accident, met by my blissful ignorance. I had never heard of it, had no knowledge of the cast. I saw 2.5 amazing performances. Michael Parks was brilliant. Johnny Depp, this is where the blissful ignorance came into play. I had no clue it was him until the credits. Was incredible and downright hilarious. Justin Long successfully did his job. For all you haters that criticize the movie because of its silly looking victim, I think you just need to actually eat the cake, not just judge it by the look of the frosting. 9 out of 10 stars.
Huh.
Got him.
I like that quote. Eat the cake.
Just
Don't judge
eat
it by the
the
frosting.
fucking cake.
Just eat the fucking cake. Even if the cake
The
looks like
frosting
it's
looks like
covered in
Dookie.
this
Just
shit.
do it.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's
Like
still
the kid
cake.
from Matilda. Get that chocolate all over his face.
I can't say that I agree with everything that person said, but sounds like they
Well, hold
enjoyed
on. He really, honestly, didn't really say too much. He just said some of the actors did a good job, which I
That's
think you
fair.
can agree with.
it. I don't know.
That's fair. And
I hope
I
you
guess
can agree
some
with
like
of
the
the
message.
actors did do a good job.
I like the message, the positivity. Eat the fucking cake.
Yeah,
This
I
is
think you
these
just
are
need to eat
movies.
the cake.
If you don't like movies, then what the fuck?
Stop
are you
eating all
doing
those
here?
fucking baked potatoes that you've been eating and just try the cake.
What if it's like carrot cake? I'll just pass, you know?
You don't like carrot cake?
Well, you don't like carrot
Nah,
cake?
Not my first choice.
Yeah, ain't nobody
Yeah,
got
you
time for that.
trash, dude.
I'm a pie guy.
Yeah, but you like
potato.
potato. Yeah, you eat potato cakes, huh?
Oh, I love a potato cake.
Potato cakes? Get that Irish blood.
Yeah, they just come back to Arby's not that long ago. Already looking at it.
Of course, you would know some shit like that.
Of course, I would know. You know what? I was
You know, they got
watching.
those limited edition tater cakes.
I was thinking of shit earlier, right? And I was watching a YouTube short, and I watch a lot of like Inside the NBA, like Shaq, Charles Barkley, and all those guys. And Shaq was talking about how he ate like 6 Big Macs one day with like 20 nuggets and fries, and then he said, "I had it with a Diet Pepsi," and I kind of got mad because I know McDonald's doesn't have Pepsi products; they only have Coke products.
Oh, that's true.
I was about to send an angry message.
Maybe he brought his own Pepsi.
All right, back on track. So yeah, 9 out of 10 stars. But with every coin, there's 2 sides. So here we have a review that's 1 out of 10 stars by Zoe Yakshishan. Back in August of 2023, Justin Long should be embarrassed. What utter rubbish did I just watch? Pathetic that such tripe can not only be written, but actually get made. And for someone like Justin Long to sign up for it, I'm embarrassed for him. He is so much better than this. How this film was on the list of films that apparently were too disturbing to watch, beyond me. Unless it meant because they were awful, then they were right. IMDb lists this as a horror comedy, but this is so inaccurate. There are no titles to describe such utter garbage. The acting is atrocious. The storyline is in the same category as Sharknado, and there isn't one character you care about enough to want to sit through it all. Ended up using it as background noise while playing cards. Just don't do it, people.
People do some
Card
weird shit
thing
with
got
This
movies, man.
motherfucker
What?
really
Playing
is he's really putting Justin Long on a pedestal here.
What year was that
Just a
written?
long piece.
Was Justin Long coming off a heater when that was written? When was
No.
this?
Don't get me. Justin Long's been in a lot of stuff, man. He's actually
It's that
good
guy from
at
Jeepers
what he
Creepers.
does.
Hell yeah.
But he's talking about Justin Long being embarrassed.
I think around the same time,
participating in this movie.
Justin Long was
I think
doing
he fits
that.
in perfectly for what they're doing here.
This is during the Apple Justin Long years. Like he was just doing Apple commercials.
I'm a Mac, baby.
And
Well,
maybe
he's still
that's
doing Mac
where-
commercials in 2014.
I think so.
I don't know. I think those were all like winking at the previous ones he had done in like the early 2000s. You know,
Ironic.
commercials have like a legacy now where they like remake commercials, the dumbest shit of all time.
Well, it was a good commercial. I mean,
It's a
Somebody
there's no
got
such thing as a good commercial, I guess is my fucking point. I've never seen one that's good. People who like memorize commercials just drive
Hold
me
on
crazy.
now. All those Budweiser twin commercials
No, dog.
and the frogs. You don't remember the frogs like Ribbiton?
I do remember them, yes. I
Budweiser
also remember
put out some
Baby
bangers.
Shark, brother. I remember Everywhere a Baby Shark as well. If I remember a commercial, there's something wrong with it.
Well,
Knowing every
That's
time a
just my
damn
2
Zoo
cents.
Books, every time a Zoo Books commercial came on as a kid, you was fucking dancing.
Yeah. You remember those
Dancing.
damn like monster ballads, like those 1980s rock CD
oh, I
commercials
love
that always
those
pop up.
commercials.
They play like 4 seconds of a song that you'd never heard in your life, never heard since, but I still remember that little snippet. Can you take me higher? Remember that one? All the
Yep,
hits,
where we
monster
belong.
ballads.
Who do you remember? Skip It. That thing where you stick your leg in the
Bop
circle
it.
and you throw it around.
Skip it.
Yeah,
Pull
this
it.
motherfucker here used to do the Skip It. Like whenever it come on TV, pretend like he had one.
He was playing with an imaginary skip it.
He was playing with imaginary Skip It, just throwing his leg around, jumping around. All right, as if we thought it couldn't get more negative, let's talk about the box office, shall we? This movie had a budget of, I think it said around $3 million, and worldwide brought in just shy of $2 million. I think the exact number was $1,917,104, with it making $233 in Australia on its opening weekend.
$200 in Australia.
233.
I feel like if I was with someone who contributed to that, I could be like, that was me. Like, I took the family out.
Wait a minute.
I paid for $100 worth of tickets.
I don't understand why it didn't get a wider release or publicity. Like it's not that bad of a movie.
I think it just ties back to the whole Kevin
I
Smith
think the
trying
subject
to do
matter too.
like grassroots, make my own thing. This is an extension of his podcast, essentially.
Yeah, the movie was kind of like a. I heard it
Like
described as a
an in-joke.
dare, like a dare, or like an inside joke.
You said that was the box office, more like a box cubicle. Am I right?
That's
Whoa.
Yeah, $3 million budget. I mean, that is not a hefty budget. There's no way any producer was going into this looking to make money so much as they were like, my friend Kevin, maybe we can get a bunch of tax write-offs, sell some DVDs in 10 years and make some of that money back, some physical media maybe.
I'm sure by now it's made its budget back because it's been on streaming and everything else.
It's got some of that cult classic smell about it from what I understand.
Hoodie's not gonna be able to make his money back. It doesn't have a physical release.
Oh,
It's all digital.
shit.
You just steal it.
This is an
Nobody can own
A24
those
production,
tusks.
buddy. It is part of what's considered a very illustrious library of films now.
This is A24?
A24, dog. They were getting their feet wet
Whoa, okay. This is a black sheep
This
of
is
that
before
company.
This was-
before they buy
this
Hereditary
was
and
definitely
change up the
a
formula.
Shot in the dark sort of film. Well, of that $3 million, the budget, it was rumored that a significant portion of the movie's funds went towards securing the licensing rights for the song "Tusk" by Fleetwood Mac. Do either one
Apparently
of you
that
know
was-
this song?
I didn't know
I
the
did
song.
not.
I know Fleetwood Mac, but as I was doing my research, I was like, oh, that's what that was. Apparently, that's the only reason he even titled the movie Tusk, is because of that song. Like,
What
he
else
knew
was he
that
gonna
song
call
would
it?
play at the end during the finale. I guess the Walrus.
There's the whale and there's the walrus. So
The Walrus and the Carpenter. That was the ad they pulled on the podcast.
Speaking of Mr. Smith, writer and director, of many
editor.
hits, and editor, and all sorts of other stuff. Kevin Smith of Clerks fame. She sucked how many dicks in the parking lot?
37?
37 in a row?
37 dicks. My girlfriend sucked 37 dicks. In a row? And then she's walking out. He says, try not to suck any dick on your way across the parking lot. And the guy standing there just starts following her. Huh? Hey, get back here.
Oh man, but this guy's put out quite a bit of like quality stuff, man.
Yeah, very formative for our teenage raunchiness, I would say. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, while not a great movie, was very, very much on our
You
VCR.
say that. Have you seen its rating on
Constant.
IMDb?
I don't know. That was
It's like
before
a
I was into
6.9.
oh, damn, that's pretty wild.
It's
Probably
really
a lot of
high
people like
for
us that watched it. And,
them.
like,
Yeah,
no
okay.
adults watched that fucking movie. There's
Yeah.
no way.
I feel like after Strikes Back, his movies took a significant dip.
He had a few decent spots. Zack and Miri Make a Porno was genuinely good. I like that one. That was
Dude,
2008.
Justin Long in that
pretty
movie
solid.
was so fucking funny.
That whole movie was great. It was like his last flash in the pan, probably, though, for me.
But yeah,
got a few,
Mallrats, Dogma,
yeah.
like Red
Chasing
State,
Amy.
You got Dogma 2 and Twilight of the Mallrats slated for production at some point. But yeah, he's probably most famous outside of that for his role as Silent Bob in the movie, in his movie verse and the cameos. Because he's been in a bunch of stuff. Like, I think he's in Afro Man's
Because I got high.
Because I got high video.
Because I got high. Probably. He's like the dude who was on the internet, like the older cousin who was on the internet before everybody else. Like the king of nerd pop culture podcast entertainment,
It's going to be a hot take, but I'm not the biggest Kevin Smith fan.
You talking about his movies in general, like Clerks? Doesn't do anything for you, Mallrats?
I'm sure he's a fine person. Yeah, I just never got into his taste or style.
Interesting. What about his podcast? You ever listen to any of the Fat Man on Batman? That was a good one.
Not a chance.
Schmodcast, the Kevin Smith podcast. He's one of the godfathers, man. He started this whole thing.
Well, it don't mean that I gotta like him.
Yeah, this is true. But you have a close relationship with him. Grew up pretty much watching those movies on repeat while I was a young teenage boy, figuring it all out. Kind of outgrew it maybe in a way, but I still got love for the man. He's still a great writer in my opinion. Even in this movie, there's some dialogue here that is still able to impress me in 2026. So,
is y'all watch this through like people putting on television? And I had to seek out Kevin Smith. I was not organically just shown it.
Right, yeah. Me and Joy were definitely like, oh, this is something we heard about. This is like naughty, raunchy humor. And we grew up watching Porky's and shit like that. So this felt like, to me, felt like our version of that through those.
Yeah, it was definitely an extension.
10 to 14. Yeah. But yeah, I listened to his podcast back in the day when I first started getting into podcasts. It's pretty entertaining. He's got a cool voice. He's a good speaker. And he's a great storyteller. He's just fun to listen to. But all of his modern, I guess the last probably 10 years of his filmography has been just kind of a miss for me. I really haven't dug back into him. He's doing a lot of the road show stuff now where he like goes and self-promotes everything that he releases. Like he tours the movies like they're comedy shows or something,
I think he had to eat a lot of shit here recently for an adaptation of He-Man he did for Netflix.
Oh.
Where he actually killed off He-Man.
So I'm confused. I didn't know if this was a product of the people hate the woke thing or if it was genuinely not good. Because you had like half the people say this is fantastic, half the people say this fucking sucks because it's not like the shit I used to like.
Well, I think it's one of those things of like, who the fuck is watching He-Man?
There's an audience.
The people that grew up with He-Man, right?
Yeah, dudes in their 40s.
So you have a He-Man show without He-Man? I mean, come on, man.
But if they want to watch
it's like having the Super Mario movie with fucking Luigi. No one wants to watch that.
This is the last Jedi argument. If you want to see Luke Skywalker be a fucking 18-year-old nerd, go watch the old shit. If you want to see him as a grown-ass man who's lived a life, watch The Last Jedi. The world's got to move on, man. Can't be stuck in the past forever. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents.
Well, Mr. Kevin Smith did survive a massive heart attack in February of 2018. So
I remember that. I remember in the tabloids a few years before that, there was a big-ass poster of him. It said, "Too fat to fly." I'll never forget that. I guess he'd gotten so big that they wouldn't let him get on a plane. I was like,
was it a picture of him holding up some like Jinkos that he was wearing that was really big?
Yeah. His old-ass pants. He was like, that was his moment of, I got to do something about it.
He had the fucking high waters on.
But I remember he was doing the podcast circuits, like Joe Rogan and all those dudes, and I remember hearing about him talking about his weight loss. I think he became essentially a vegan because his daughter kind of pushed it on him. So he don't do meat. He don't do any of that anymore. That's how he dropped a bunch of weight.
Good for him.
Tater die.
Taters.
It works.
Meat. No meat, just tater.
All right, if you guys are done sucking off Kevin Smith, we can move on. Let's talk about some production notes. I'm going to throw one out here and you guys can run with it. The movie was shot in just 15 days.
That explains a lot.
I saw that. Did you know where it was shot? Here's a little bit of an interesting note.
I think part of it was shot in Canada, but some was shot in Charlotte, right?
Yeah, it was originally set to shoot in Canada, moved to North Carolina due to location logistics. And they did 2 separate days in L.A. for the, spoiler alert, Johnny Depp scenes. Putting North Carolina on the map.
Damn, they couldn't fly Johnny out to North Carolina?
Johnny ain't going no damn where. You know how much he probably made $20 off of this.
He going down the street doing a couple hours with Kevin Smith movie.
Exactly. He's got to clean the dog shit off his bed. He ain't got time to be flying to North Carolina. Possible human shit on his pillow.
Yeah, I don't think it was dog
another
shit. I think
day.
she actually shit on his bed.
We're gonna suss this out again. Who did we even test the DNA of that shit?
It makes me want to go back and just watch highlights from that trial. She said, I got
My
stung by a
dog
bee.
got
and
stung
she
by
does her
a
face.
bee. Her dog got stung by the bee, man.
I've never seen any of that, so I'm sure that's a great watch.
It's fucking great. I'm sure there's some incredible TikToks thrown together just highlighting that whole
Yeah,
process.
Amber Heard's never going to live that down.
Amber Turd, yeah. That nickname's not
Amber
going away.
Turd.
You shit on a man's bed. Oh, we did, before we get too far into the production notes, the special makeups effect, Robert Kurtzman, somebody we've kind of talked about before. He's one of the co-founders of the legendary K&B AFX group. The Evil Dead 2 folk, Army of Darkness, Dust to Dawn, The Green Mile, and many others.
He could
Kind of
probably
interesting, yeah.
he could probably take this one off his resume.
You think so?
I think so.
They said they built that suit under a lot of pressure. I guess it was, obviously you said it was shot in 15 days.
Yeah.
They put
That's a
that
lot
damn
of
walrus
fucking
suit
pressure.
together in 2 days probably. But they just said it'd take like 3 hours to get him in the suit and the cowl being fitted. And they had to physically put the actor in the suit and then finish building it around him every day. I was like, that's got to fucking suck.
There was so many of those 140 some negative reviews that just talked about how shitty this suit looked.
It
Just
does
like
look
honestly,
described it.
I didn't think it looked
He
too
said-
fucking bad.
He said it was like stuffing a turkey. Is how he described it. He said it was not built for comfort, and he thought that helped him maintain his mental state during filming. So thank you, Robert Kurtzman.
He was in anguish the entire time.
I couldn't
You think-
imagine.
I could kind of see now that I put that together, the whole Evil Dead 2 Army of Darkness. I could see some of that effects work in this almost, like the rough stitching of skin and stuff. I could kind of see that in like an Army of Darkness situation.
Does he turn into Henrietta, basically?
That'd be fucking dope. Yeah. Now Henrietta looks a little bit cooler than this. I'll give you that much.
I would be so claustrophobic because I'm assuming they like shove Justin Long in this, whatever
He's such a little
latex
dude, man.
puppet, and he's just kind of stuck until they're done shooting.
Cut bang, cut bang. And I also wanted to shout out the music was by Christopher Drake. I don't know if you noticed the music in this movie. It wasn't incredible, but he's an animation video game guy. He did the Batman Arkham Origins and numerous DC animated features. Tusk is an outlier in his filmography, obviously, but
The music
that's more
wasn't
Kevin
bad,
Smith.
but there was so much that felt out of place.
Yeah, the tone
Like
is
the whole
a
sequence
bit
with like
wonky.
Johnny Depp, like it would just play like the goofiest fucking music.
But I thought it was cool for Kevin to pull in like more comic book stuff, like a Batman musical composer. I thought that was pretty cool. The fat man loves the Batman.
That's all he could afford on that $3 million budget.
The Batman Arkham Asylum guy. I would love to meet the Batman Arkham Asylum guy. Or Arkham Origin, 2013. But yeah, that's all I got for behind the scenes, sorry. Or the crew. You were said. Production notes? You got anything, Hootie?
Mm-hmm.
I got one talking about the movie was inspired supposedly by an ad from a man who owned a large house and offered a room rent-free to the person who would be willing to wear a realistic walrus costume 2 hours each day. He had been friends with a walrus once and wanted to recreate that feeling that way.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I think they read it. From what I understand, they read about it on their podcast, Kevin Smith and his buddy Scott Mosier. I guess they were riffing about it, and they like sent out to his Twitter followers to vote #walrus yes or #walrus no about whether he should make it into a film. And that's the impetus for all this. The majority of people said yes. So, and apparently the guy who posted the original the ad, it was like a hoax or whatever. He was some kind of poet from England. He heard about it and he reached out, and he eventually got hired as an associate producer here.
I had that as well.
So
That's
he probably lost some money. He probably lost money on this too.
Yeah. He's probably not as excited anymore.
That's pretty well. Pulled everybody into this motherfucker. He said everybody must go. But speaking of the money, it was originally in development with Blumhouse Productions, but apparently Kevin wanted to accelerate the production timeline because he was trying to get something else made, so they had to part ways, and that's how they
Damn, I was
landed
gonna
on
say if Blumhouse
A24,
passed
baby.
on this. If Blumhouse passed on this, you know it's a bad one.
I
Blumhouse
could
put
put
out
the backs
fucking
in, man.
anything.
Ultimately financed by Demarest Films and distributed by A24.
So-
A24.
When A24 distributes something, that means that their producers or executives watch the film and said, we want to distribute that. So they watched this and said, we can make money on that.
Yeah. It's like saying, we'll sell it for you. We'll put it out there. You give it to us. It's, they were just learning, man. They hadn't got to The Witch. They hadn't got to Hereditary. They hadn't got to where they are today. They're in a lot of shit right now they got partnered up with Google about developing some AI filmmaking tools.
Ugh,
people are pissed off.
Oh, boy.
They're like, oh, shit. They're calling them AI 24 now. They're like, uh-oh.
That's pretty good.
The beginning of the end.
That's pretty good.
But they said I guess the CEO, whoever released a statement saying that that has nothing to do with their film department. They're just investing in tools so that the creators will have a say in the future about these tools that are being made for other filmmakers to use. I was like,
it sounds like you can't just
slap
PR.
a Google partnership on top of your name and say, we're still independent and small and cool though. See, I was a little disappointed to read that personally. But I was talking about how he accelerated the production because he had something else. Apparently, he wrote this 80-page screenplay while he was waiting for our boy Bob Weinstein's approval of his Clerks 3 submission package. He said his only intent was to showcase Michael Parks in a fucked up story where he could recite some Lewis Carroll and the rhyme of the Ancient Mariner to some poor motherfucker sewn into a realistic walrus costume.
That's it.
Isn't it so gross to
That's
think
a quote. That's a quote.
That the Weinsteins have to like approve a movie idea. Yeah. Like some of the stuff people had to do to like advance their careers through these guys. Oh,
you're putting it on Bob. Hold on, there's a clear differentiation here. You're putting Harvey's sins on Bob.
Poor
you think
Bob.
I'm responsible for the shit you do?
You think
man?
Kevin Smith had to show some titty to get this movie?
He had him at this point. He just walked around with the elbows together.
He said, "Push them together, Kevin. Push them together right now.
Push them together. Dance for me, boy. Dance."
Does Bob still have the company?
I'd assume. I feel like he probably doesn't sign a lot of shit with his name just because he doesn't want it written down. He's probably got an assistant that signs all the paperwork, but I'm pretty sure he's still semi-involved in the company.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was why accelerated production ended up getting shifted to A24. I only got one more unless somebody else got something cool to share.
You can definitely tell this movie was shot in 15 days, though, with some of the set design.
Yeah, it definitely leans hardcore, which is a Kevin Smith movie. It's going to lean into its dialogue because that's his strength. But a lot of things are just not much of a setup. It's just production design, actors, 10 minutes of conversation. A lot of things moving on screen. The last thing I had here was about Kevin Smith originally considered casting Quentin Tarantino as Guy Lapointe after seeing his cameo in Django Unchained.
Wow. That can't be real. That's him giving him praise or something.
Apparently, Tarantino declined. He said he had no interest in acting at the moment. Johnny was brought on instead. Johnny's character is credited as Guy Lapointe without Johnny Depp's name attached to it, which was an attempt to keep his casting a surprise. Could have been Quentin, bro. Could have been Tarantino.
Why did Johnny Depp do this movie?
Yeah, I looked into that too. I was like, why the hell does this make any sense? Because at the time of production, he was deep into the Pirates of the Caribbean era. But they said he sought out the role as a favor to Smith because he was a genuine fan of the concept. So he liked the idea of what he was making. I don't know if you heard about it through the whole podcast Twitter thing, but he sought him out and said, "Hey man, I wouldn't mind doing that for you." That's what I read. So
look, that and they got his daughter her first ever featured film credit.
Yeah, I think his daughter is also in Yoga Hosers, which is kind of his follow up to this with his daughter and Johnny Depp's daughter.
I think Johnny Depp's
just hitching his wagon.
Is Johnny Depp in that movie?
Maybe, I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, he shot everything in 2 days in Los Angeles. It's completely separate from the main production. He said, "I'll help you out, but I ain't leaving my backyard."
Anything else to add, fellas? That's it. All right. That brings us to the meat and potatoes of today's horror dinner. We're going to be discussing at length Kevin Smith's 2014 Tusk. But before we do, I think I need to mask up.
Don't tell me you have a fucking Justin Long mask or something to put on there.
What is happening?
What in the fuck? Is it Luchador? Is that Rey Mysterio?
Is that Rey Mysterio? He's about 6'9".
I don't know why he's got the Stone Cold music. His beard hair is hanging out at the bottom of the mask. How about that?
Oh yeah, baby. Here he is making his introduction El sueldo de fuego.
The hell? The flaming what?
The flaming pig.
The flaming
Ooh.
pig. Jesus H. I need to fucking.
Patricia
Did
got
somebody
me this
prank
mask. No, Patricia got me this mask the other day at the flea market. And I was
You
wearing
ever
it at
finish
this
the movie yet?
I was wearing it at this Mexican store around these little kids. And they were looking at me like I was a fucking professional wrestler.
Oh, we gotta get these fucking autograph homes.
Oh, the fattest
Do you have any
luchador.
moves?
The fattest luchador.
They do wear their mask in public, so you don't know what they
Oh,
look like.
goodness gracious.
Well, the luchadors are like canonically like the smallest possible wrestlers.
Okay. This is getting hot. Let me take this shit off.
It's just getting out.
Without further ado, 2014's Tusk.
Yes. Man is a savage animal, Mr. Brighton. Better to be a walrus.
Wallace Brighton and Teddy Kraft co-host a podcast called Nazi Party. That's Notsee party, not Nazi. As they make it a point to say throughout the entire movie. Where they find viral videos of people humiliating themselves and mock those people at. Wallace is the more obnoxious of the two, which is saying something. He flies to Manitoba, Canada, to interview the Kill Bill Kid, an internet celebrity who accidentally severed his own leg with a katana and discovered upon arrival that the Kill Bill Kid has committed suicide. Wallace needs content or his trip, and subsequently his cash, have gone to waste.
So this is a rewatch for you, Joy? You seen all this before?
Yeah, I've seen this before.
As
Yeah,
like
a long time
recently,
ago.
you had
No,
you had
no, no,
memory
no,
of
no.
it. No, I got you.
Fuck no. You know how my brain works. If I watch something, it's got a week before I forget all about it.
Man, that must be nice. Watch Armageddon.
It's
every other
nice,
week.
but it's also very annoying when it comes to like arguments because I can't remember like what I was arguing about, so I can't really win an argument.
You carry like
Yeah,
a
you do
notepad.
take a lot of L's, man.
I take a lot
Remember
of L's.
Sammy Jenkins? His fucking tattoos all over your body.
So do we think this Kill Bill Kid was like, I brought the shame upon my family?
Yeah, that shit was pretty funny.
He committed fucking hottie the seppuku?
Yeah, that was brutal. I did like the Tarantino reference though to Kill Bill Kid. I thought that was pretty funny.
I
Definitely
found
touched my heart as being a huge fan.
I found the whole opening scene to be a little cringy.
Oh, they're podcasting to itself.
The fake laughing from fucking Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah, I was like, this
Jesus.
is way
They're
over
performing,
the top.
man. It's content creation. It's
God,
2014.
it's over
dude.
the top though. You can tell it's so fake.
Just as
Dude,
long
what the
as
hell?
I'm going to piss my pants.
It's content, bro. Y'all think these TikTokers y'all watch are fucking real people, like really behaving this way?
Yeah, but we listen to other podcasts. We're currently on a podcast, and nobody like
Well, this
just
I think the
acts that way.
standards for modern podcasting have definitely like different. Like, there's no characters anymore. It's just people riffing and fucking around.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
10 years ago, you had to have a bit. You had to have like something to go with. People didn't care about the long form stuff as much back then.
And where does that get him in this film, Chris? Acting
Man, it
that
gets
way.
him fucked up. But yeah, the Kill Bill Kid, who kind of sets the whole movie in motion here with that video, is played by Doug Banks, and it's a direct parody of the Star Wars Kid viral video phenomenon. I don't know if you've ever seen that. It's a teenager who's playing with a golf ball retriever like it's a lightsaber. It was a big deal back in like the early 2000s.
Oh, that shit was
Smith,
huge.
obviously. Smith lifted the concept and made it lethal, obviously. But yeah, the whole setup of their podcast and their dynamic and how hot Justin Long's girlfriend is, that he's talking about
Oh
how much
my
he's banging
God.
somebody else all the time.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He went out of his way to make Justin Long very unlikable here.
Well,
Even
that's the
Haley Joel
thing.
Osment's
Justin
pretty
Long
annoying.
is really, really, really good at playing unlikable douchebag. You
Which
got
is weird
this
because-
Barbarian. Wasn't he
Yeah.
annoying in Jeepers Creepers?
Well, he was the good guy,
No,
but
no,
he was
no.
kind of annoying.
I feel like this is like the turn when he becomes that, though. I feel like before this, he was kind of like the everyman, because he was in, well, let's see, I got it right here for you. He was in Dodgeball 04, Accepted from 2006. Waiting was in there somewhere. Was it like 2005? He was in like all those comedies where he was like, oh, the goofy, likable guy. And he was in Dragon Me to Hell in 2009. He was the Mac in the Apple's Get a Mac ad campaign. And then at this point, I think it's kind of when he starts leaning into that kind of a douche thing. Like, he's kind of in shape. Like, I don't know if, like, him, he didn't really get in shape. He was always, like, fit, but not classical fat, funny guy, you know? Like the whole Jonah Hill problem. Jonah Hill's great until he loses weight. And then it's like, he's kind of a fucking asshole.
He looks like a fucking drug addict now.
You don't like him. No one likes him now.
God, who the fuck wants to watch this nasty?
No one wants to see a skinny comedian.
You remember when we saw Justin Long at the Carolina Panthers game?
Yeah, he was beating that damn drum, wasn't he?
I don't know if I thought he was drinking a beer or some shit. Like they just magically found him in the fucking crowd.
Shit, he was there. That would have been right around this time too. He might have been filming fucking Tusk when we saw him.
He probably was.
You know what? He probably was. Now that I think about it, that's crazy.
Let me check the exact dates. It says November 2013 is when he did it. That might have been exactly. We might have seen his ass like the day after he got out of the damn suit.
That's crazy.
That man was getting shoved into a walrus suit.
And y'all saw having the time. We were just up there chanting.
He had just gotten done fucking pretending to be a walrus.
Was it the Monday? It was the Monday night game, right? I think it was the Monday night game against the Patriots.
He seems like a really nice dude.
Yeah, I don't root against him. Like I said, Barbarian was like a big resurrection for me personally, for him, for forgetting how good he can be in like that kind of a role. He's great as like not the main focus. Like I don't want to follow him around necessarily, but
he was fantastic in Barbarian. He was so good.
He's great in Barbarian. He's a killer. He had a little.
He's great in that, and I would argue he's great in this. I think he does a fantastic job in this movie.
He cracks me up quite a bit in this.
I would argue he's great in Galaxy Quest.
I would argue that he's great in.
Hold on, is that not Evolution? I always mix these fucking things up. We do this every time.
No.
Which one is Tim Allen?
Galaxy Quest is literally like a Star Trek movie.
Star-studded.
Star-studded, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then Evolution
Allen,
is about
Sigourney
Weaver,
Weaver,
Julianne Moore, Orlando Jones, the guy from X-Files, discovering an aliens on Earth.
Stifler, okay.
Fucking
bangers.
Yeah, he's in there too.
Fucking bangers.
See,
I love that fucking movie, man. I watched that movie so much.
Yeah, Justin Long. Haley Joel Osment also here as Teddy Krabs, best known as the kid who sees dead people in The Sixth Sense from 1999. Also was an AI, artificial intelligence.
Gigolo Joe? What do you know?
Jude Law was awesome.
He's the voice of Sora too, bro.
Sora, you'll never take Kyrie's heart.
He was also in What We Do in the Shadows.
He was Topher. That was his
name.
The Boys. If we want to list every stupid little fucking thing he ever did, he was also in The Boys.
I got one for you, Joy.
He ever did.
He was also in 39 episodes of the Jeff Foxworthy Show.
Oh shit!
Oh fuck!
What? Lick my fucking balls.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
You might be a redneck if Haley Joel Osment's on your fucking TV show.
He only got 2 seasons, and I think he was in every episode. He played his son.
Christ.
Oh, he played his son. Fuck yeah.
What a fall for fucking grace.
And I think it was his first acting role.
Man, just showing up for set every day. The fucking Jeff Foxworthy show.
Motherfucker got outcast for them. Stuart
Hey, look, Mom, we made it.
Oh, he probably thought that he did make it. It's Jeff Foxworthy in the 90s.
Yeah,
it was gold.
Fire. This shit's never gonna get old.
Jeff, when you gonna get me a guest role on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? I'm smarter than a fifth grader. Come on, Jeff.
Fuck yeah. But cannot deny The Sixth Sense, man. He's all-time kid performance right there, man.
I found an interesting note about him. He auditioned for Anakin Skywalker in Star Wars Episode 1, Phantom Menace.
Yeah, I could see it.
But did not get a callback. And I wonder, was he too big of a name at the time to play Anakin Skywalker?
Well, Sixth Sense was 99, so it would have been... I'm assuming they would not have seen Sixth Sense yet.
That's true.
Jake Lloyd would have been that fucking great.
He could have had a crazy year, 99.
Would have been bonkers, bro. Who knows where he'd be right now? He'd be doing fucking the Jeff Foxworthy reunion. But yeah, their podcast is definitely a product of that era, I would say. Definitely doesn't translate well to the modern diet of podcasting and sports banter we all have now.
Harken back to what Hoodoo was talking about earlier, like how annoying it started off. Do you think anybody listens to us and hears our voices and like are so annoyed by us they want to cause us physical harm?
Oh yeah, and there's fucking doubt about it. At least one person.
I would hope not the physical harm.
I'm sure we got a few hate watchers out there, hate listeners.
As an editor, I personally feel that way sometimes. I got to be honest with you.
How about that? The truth comes out.
But him getting to Canada, the whole like road trip, talking shit about Canadians, doing the whole boot joke and all that good stuff. How'd you feel about that?
Dude,
It's a
when
boot?
he was when he was in the airport and he's getting like he's going through,
Harangued by the TSA guy.
He's going through the TSA shit and he's talking about the kind of do's and kind of don'ts.
It's kind
of
of
Canada.
and there's kind of don'ts.
I thought that was so fucking funny.
Don't like hockey.
As someone who's been to Canada before, let me tell you, that's exactly how those guys are.
Oh, is that right? Oh, look at that.
No,
that
we went to Quebec City. Everybody spoke French, so I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Was everyone being cheeky, as Bluey would say? She's
Here's
the one being cheeky.
I didn't see a lot of Canadians at the airport in Toronto that we stopped at. A lot of Indians. A lot.
Like passing through, or were they?
Oh,
vacation?
no.
What?
Working.
Ah.
Residing.
Like managing the airport, you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Like looking at me like I was suspicious.
Yeah, you are a little suspicious. Were you wearing that fucking luchador mask on a
Oh
plane?
my goodness. If I had that, I would have been wearing that shit the whole
I
time.
wonder if Rey Mysterio wears that shit through TSA.
I would hope not. I've been to
You gotta-
Canada a
so-
couple times.
Ray, you
and
got to
it's
take that mask
great,
off.
great people.
I always hear about the poontang. Never been there personally.
Oh,
so.
the poutine is something else.
It's
Yeah, I
quite
like
fantastic.
that American
But
poontang.
just like Inspector Guy, poutine does give me the shits.
It's just like KFC gravy on fucking French fries.
You
or
can make it
something,
at
With cheese
home,
curds.
man. Get some cheese
With cheese
curds.
curds.
Get
With
some
cheese curds.
So let my milk go
Get-
sour first, and then pour it
Get
over
some
top of the
KFC
cheese.
gravy,
Yeah, okay.
and in the fries, get like Burger King fries. They have the right amount of meat.
It sounds like
They might
death
taste
on
like
a
shit,
fucking stick,
but-
man.
When you're in Canada, you can get something called a beaver tail as well.
Oh, that shit's so fucking good. Oh my
Beaver tails are
god.
great.
Oh.
Is it really from a beaver's asshole, or
A beaver
No,
tail.
it's just like a big pastry
Yeah, it's huge.
with like various
so it's like an elephant's ear?
peanut butter,
Yep,
chocolate, whatever you want. Yeah, Oreos, shit like that.
Think like a $5 Subway footlong, but a dessert form.
Did you ever get any of the maple sugar pie?
You fat fucking bastard!
The maple sugar pie. I bought a whole one while we were up there, and we ate
Man,
the
I could
entire
eat a
fucking
fucking
thing
pie,
in one
bro.
day. It was
I
so
can eat that by
good.
myself.
In my trip there, one day I got the maple sugar and I got like the peanut butter chocolate. The peanut butter chocolate was
Ugh.
way too much.
You crazy?
Too much.
It's just enough for
Are
me.
these just in like every store you go into, or y'all go into the same hot dog vendor, or what?
No, it's a company called Beaver Tails.
Mhm.
Oh, you gotta go.
It's like a
there.
chain. It's like Crumble.
Krispy Kreme, yeah.
Oh, I gotcha. Interesting. Put that on a list of things to do. So yeah, he gets to Canada, finds out a kid killed himself. Doesn't feel any sort of regret or remorse for pushing this depressed kid over the edge. Piece of shit.
Dude, what did y'all think of Justin Long's mustache in this movie?
It was tight. I wouldn't do
I
it
fucking
myself,
loved it,
but-
man. I thought it was fantastic.
It helped him not look, because I feel like Justin Long a lot of times looks younger than he is, so it helped with it. He looked like a man in this.
It made him look an asshole.
Yeah, that too.
I did read that it was his idea, his contribution to the character was to grow out that mustache. It was his real whiskers, as it were, which leans into, spoiler alert, what's to come. His name is Wallace.
Wallace.
And he has a mustache. It's all right there on the page, man.
Speaking of Wallace, he finds a handwritten flyer in a bar bathroom offering free lodging and the promise of extraordinary stories in exchange for companionship. He drives to a remote mansion and meets Howard Howe, an elderly, wheelchair-bound retired seaman who begins telling him stories about his life at sea. Howard is immediately compelling in a way that should probably set off some internal alarms. However, Wallace doesn't notice, and Howard, making some hot tea, which a chilled Wallace gratefully drinks, blindly trusting the feeble old man. Wallace, now drugged, passes out, and the horror begins.
Time to get nasty.
Here's my first red flag in the movie. Obviously, we have a podcast, but for Wallace, it's so hard up for a podcast guest that he randomly goes to meet a person hours away from the bathroom stall where he finds the note. It's just like,
Well, here's
That's
the thing. The
crazy.
note, no. The note itself is very intriguing.
It's tempting.
Like this dude's eloquence is so powerful that he conveys it through the letter.
Okay.
Like I feel like it's one of those things too. You spend all this fucking money to go up there. He's probably halfway drunk too, like, you know, so he's like susceptible to like, you know, a little bit of suggestion. How often do you get to talk to a retired seaman, man?
Well, I just, you know, it's the middle of the night. You go into his house. I think I could have waited till dawn. Maybe called somebody, told him what I was doing.
Yeah, I think it's like he sees this guy ironically as like his white whale. Like this will be the ultimate guest. Like this will make us into, I don't know, fucking Joe Rogan, whoever they wanted to be at the time. Because this dude, if they could have got this dude on a mic, it would have been some waves through the internet.
This guy should have had a podcast.
It would have been great.
I would have listened to this fucking. He needed his own YouTube channel. Just follow him around that house doing shit. Just telling me stories.
And Justin Long drinks a lot of tea in this scene.
He's sipping that tea, man. He leans into
he said
it.
that tea tastes good.
He said, I'm not even a tea guy, but hot damn. He said the secret is, steep him in bourbon. Michael Parks is so fucking good in this movie, dude. Michael Parks, a character actor with over 60 years of credits, including Jean Reno on Twin Peaks. Shout out David Lynch. Texas Ranger Earl McGraw and From Dusk Till Dawn, as well as the Kill Bill franchise. And Abin Cooper. And Kevin Smith's on Red State from 2011. Kevin Smith said he wrote both Red State and Tusk specifically for Parks, calling him the best actor I've ever known and my cinematic muse. Park died in May 2017 at the age of 77 with no cause of death officially determined.
What the fuck?
Wow, right?
That's creepy.
Wow.
Well, if you die of old age, do they like write that down? Like shit just quit working. They just write that down.
I don't know. I mean,
Rest in peace, Mike.
I had never really heard of this guy. I mean, obviously I've seen him from Dusk Till Dawn and all the movies he was in, but he was such a small part in it that I just he's
Take it for granted, man.
He's so large in this movie.
His voice, though, you cannot forget his voice.
Yeah, I've seen both Kill Bill movies so many times, and he plays more than one character too, which is why he always stood out for me. He plays the sheriff, the Texas Ranger Earl McGraw, and he also plays Bill's like mentor in Mexico, who's like clearly a white dude, but he's able to do both. So Tarantino just made this guy like permanently stick in my memory. And the beginning of Dusk Till Dawn is fucking fantastic. And burritos will kill you faster than a bullet.
Now, when you said from Dusk Till Dawn, I was like, oh yeah, he's the guy in the gas station. That's right.
Got that damn voice, man.
I found a couple of cool notes about him. Apparently, he turned down an offer to play minor league baseball for the Pittsburgh Pirates because he was making more money upholstering caskets.
Damn. Good work if you can get it.
Apparently, great work if you can get it.
Supply and demand. You're always going to need people to stuff, motherfucker.
And
just the upholstery, though. Not the exterior.
No. You came
highly
to him.
Specific skill set.
I mean, that is a very specific market he was really good in.
I mean, you don't like, I'm dead, like, I need to get my house fixed, you know? Like, who goes to him and is like, man, can you redo my granny's fucking casket?
Can you upholster this casket?
Or do, like, the casket people go to him? Or you're like, granny needs a new one. Like, we dug that shit up. It's not looking great. We got to redo this. We need red velvet throughout this bitch.
Either way, he was making so much money, he told an MLB team, I'm good.
You know what? Fuck it.
He also attempted to qualify for the 1972 Olympics as a miler, running a mile time of 4 minutes and 6 seconds.
Damn, that's fast.
It's pretty good.
I don't think I could do a fucking 10-minute mile. 4 minutes? That's nuts.
So, crazy interesting dude.
Yeah, he's one of those, you see like pictures of him when he's like in his 20s on a motorcycle in some movie or on a movie set. I'm like, damn. That old school cool, man.
He's on a motorcycle. He's got a fucking falcon on his arm or some shit.
He's
one of those multi-talented gentlemen.
Like the, what was it, the Dos Equis guy. They don't make dudes like that anymore. Everyone's too pretty now. We need ugly people back in movies. We got to start the campaign. # more ugly actors. We need more, was it Clint Howard's? We need him. He needs to be the next star of the next great Pirates of the Caribbean franchise.
I'm not a very handsome man.
Oh, shit.
I'm not what you would call an attractive man.
But we're talking about the tea drugging scene there. The sedative that he used is was a real barbiturate that's used historically in surgical anesthetic. And the Usyk, I looked it up. That's a real thing. The walrus baculum.
Oh yeah, they turn them motherfuckers
Whoa.
into
Penis
flutes.
bone. That's a dick bone. Tell
And
me what kind of
that's a-
evolution an animal goes through where he grows a dick bone.
Well, how about this? How come every damn mammal's got one except for the males of the human race?
I guess it's like a cold thing, right?
I'd settle for a damn Usyk and have a hard dick all the time.
But you don't
I'd
need
tie
to
that bitch
maintain an
down.
erection in sub-degree temperatures like an animal might, you know?
Was
I don't know, I keep the house pretty cold.
I mean, I obviously didn't check it, but I wonder if that's a real stat that every other one besides the human has it.
Oh, yeah, I didn't dig into that bit. Dude, there's no way apes do.
Yeah, but they're descendants of humans.
Oh, we're not descendants of them. It's the other way around. That's what we're going to become.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna become. I'd
Fucking
trade
Planet
my
of the
dick
Apes.
for a
Spoiler
big
alert.
ass gorilla dick right now.
I think surgically you can do that.
You know they be slinging. You know them silverbacks be slinging hammer.
An Usyk.
So we can safely say that this dude's just full of shit, right? At this point.
But dude,
He's an unreliable
Hall.
narrator. Yeah. he's telling
no,
us-
God no,
No, he's telling.
no.
definitely
This
telling us some
motherfucker's
bullshit.
lived some life, man.
So you
think he
believe
hung out
his
with
stories
Ernest
about him?
Hemingway?
Hell yeah, hell
No
yeah,
fucking way.
100%.
Like I can believe maybe the story that he gets into later, like the genesis of his whole
Yeah, but how the
psychopathy,
fuck does
but
he get in that position?
Just because he was.
How do you
at
wind up
war.
on a goddamn boat?
And then when he talks about the abuse that he went through, it's like, oh goddamn, like he went through the worst possible iteration at every turn of your life.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking,
Like
yeah,
he
100%.
becomes a storyteller throughout the movie.
I think somebody who goes through that kind of trauma,
he
like,
becomes a podcast.
pushes themselves to excel in life.
What are the odds you go through that kind of trauma though? Like maybe you hit 4 rungs on the ladder. This motherfucker hit every one of them twice.
Goddamn,
Ta-ta,
Bruce Wayne
ta-ta,
went through the same
ta-ta.
shit.
Bruce Wayne's a
If
fictional
Bruce
character.
Wayne didn't have his $1 million, he would have been one of the rape kids.
Yeah, that monologue right there was chilling. I was like, fuck, words I never wanted to hear a human being say out loud.
So y'all think that
All
shit's a
right.
lie too? Come on now.
No, I don't. I'm not going to deny that the man was probably abused. Something has to trigger whatever's going on with his view of the world. And if someone went through that, that makes sense.
I didn't believe that was Hemingway's bottle. I was like, that's a little bit
That's
too
what I'm saying.
far.
I think he took his trauma and maybe made his life more grandiose than it probably really was. Cool if true. Cool if true.
I couldn't figure out why once Justin Long gets to this house, he just yells his dialogue until he passes out.
Yeah.
Well, I
he
think
seems
it's
like
supposed
he's
to show just
on
how
a high or
obnoxious he
something.
really is.
Yeah, he got on my fucking
I mean, he's
nerves
obnoxious.
up until he passed out. He's jerking off the whale dick into his face.
Like, okay, it's a little on. That was a little on the nose.
He said, what is it? Present company excluded. Talking about how stupid most people are. As he's beating off under his face. That was like the Kevin Smith shining through right there. That's the guy who wrote Clerks shining through a little bit. All the Howard dialogue I thought was just great, man. Very well
liked it.
delivered, very well written.
I liked when he talked about the walrus took him into his warm, blubbery body and treated him like a child.
I gotta say, I've been watching the Beatles Get Back, the documentary about the making of Let It Be. Still to this day, my favorite fucking Beatles song is I Am the Walrus. I was like, there's no way you can't use I Am the Walrus. There's no way the Beatles are going to give you permission, but that would have been the perfect song in this fucking movie.
That would have been a better song than Tusk.
Cuckoo, ka-choo. My son sings that all the time.
Wallace wakes up strapped to a wheelchair with his left leg missing. Howard tells him a brown recluse spider bit the leg. An amputation was medically necessary. Later that night over dinner, Howard is forced to come clean by his increasingly hysterical housekeeper. The old seafarer rises from his chair, calmly explains that the story from earlier wasn't true, and like so many villains in popular media, lays out his actual plan. He intends to surgically transform Wallace into a walrus, specifically a recreation of Mr. Tusk, a walrus who rescued Howard after a shipwreck decades ago. Howard has done this before. Wallace might not be the first.
Cuckoo, ka-choo.
So we're actually introduced to Wallace's girlfriend here, little lady by the name of Genesis Rodriguez, playing the role of Allie. This is during a dream sequence while he's knocked out, and she's sucking his dick.
Yep,
Is
that
it a
happened.
dream or a flashback?
It's a flashback. It's a dream, but it's a flashback. He's having the dream, and I'm just curious Is he got a hard dick right here in front of Howard?
Well, he's got a leg missing.
You got this. You got this. Dream going on. A man's natural impulse.
Morning wood when he woke up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he had to probably disrobe him to get the leg, get to work on the leg. So he may have grazed the genitalia at some point.
Mm-hmm. Lovingly. Anybody want to talk about Genesis Rodriguez?
She was in Arnold Schwarzenegger's The Last Stand, and
you said that very satisfied that you got to say that.
Well, I mean,
bingo.
That's pretty much it. She's also in the upcoming Kevin Smith vehicle Moose Jaws, which completes his Canadian trilogy.
Oh, I think it's this, Yoga Hosers, and that, right? That's the trilogy.
Yes.
She's a Venezuelan American actress. I know that much.
She was named after the British rock band Genesis.
Oh, she was also in something called Man on a Ledge from 2012, which apparently is where Kevin Smith discovered her.
Oh, that's the movie with the dude from Avatar.
Joe Edgerton? Sam Worthington. God damn, I always mix those two up.
Anyway, he's the man on the ledge. Spoiler alert.
Oh, fuck me. I thought it was Genesis. Not watching that one. Go ahead and scratch that off the top of the watch list.
I'll be honest, him waking up missing a leg was pretty shocking.
Yeah.
His fucking reaction. My leg is off. That's so good.
Yeah, it's like with this part, you have equal parts pity and equal parts satisfaction. All right, that's what you get for being such a fucking prick, But definitely makes you feel bad pretty quickly for this guy. He's like, I want to go. I want to talk to the doctor. Where's the doctor?
He keeps coming up with excuses for the doctor.
He's making his rounds. It was just as he kept digging and calling, you could just feel the grave getting deeper to the point where I'm like, this dude's not fucking getting out of here. It felt so almost immediate. The dread in this movie, it kicks in pretty quick. Which is, as kudos to Kevin Smith, I didn't think he had it in him, honestly, but I definitely felt some nihilism in here that you don't usually get with his comedies. Because at the end of the day, he's still a comedic writer.
So he makes him eat dinner with him a little later on that night, Wallace and Howard. Who made that food? Is Howard in there making potatoes and chicken?
It had to be Howard, man. He's like a homesteader. He should be getting that shit door dashed. He probably loaded. Got a nice ass house.
Canadian DoorDash?
Because he's at first I was like, because I had the same question. I was like, he's in a fucking wheelchair. I was like, is this bad of me to wonder how he can physically cook in a wheelchair?
Well, here's the thing. This movie has a lot of plot holes. All right, but you have to suspend that shit.
But he can stand. He gets up and walks. I'm like, okay. Obviously, he could stand. So
somebody has to wheel. Somebody has to wheel.
Just along the middle of that room
to the fucking. Do you think Howard was behind him in his wheelchair pushing him?
While he's unconscious, he's walking around, I assume.
He's got that Professor X wheelchair, too.
Does it put on the charade when he's not in sight?
He tows him. He puts a little chain on his fucking in the back of his wheelchair.
What do you think about him doing I know we talked about it in the trailer because it was so outlandish, but him going animalistic when when Wallace starts losing it, realizing he's not.
Oh, he starts growling at him and stuff.
He's like,
oh man, I think it just goes to show his lunacy. He lost his mind a long time ago on that fucking rock with Mr. Tusk.
We get the slow pull out, and I'm just watching this house of fucking madness. It was pretty dope.
I like what he says.
I thought the walrus story was a little goofy. I don't know.
I was like, that's the morphine. Okay.
It's wild, man. It's, like I said, that's kind of going back to what I was saying about Widow's Bay earlier. It is really hard to stick horror comedy. I think we underappreciate the ones who do it great, like A Shaun of the Dead. It's way better than you realize when you see someone try and it not stick as well. It's peanut butter and chocolate. It's perfect when you whip it together, but you can fuck it up.
So tasty. Back home, Allie, Wallace's girlfriend, and Teddy, his co-host, are having a sleepover and also an affair. They are therefore not answering their phones when Wallace happens upon his cell phone out of the earshot of his captor. He leaves frantic voicemails, tales of terror, and pleas for aid that most would find unbelievable, just before being knocked out once again by Howard. They eventually listen to them after Haley Joel busts, and unsure of what to think, fly to Canada in search of their friend/lover/coworker, unaware of just how cruel and sadistic events will soon turn. And there ain't no way on this goddamn earth I'm thinking this fine-ass Latina is fucking around with Haley Joel Osment's pudgy fucking ass.
Joy, yes.
I had
No
similar.
way.
They like
Had a
the,
similar mood shot,
what was
yep.
it? El Fuego Gordo. They're fans of those Fuego Gordos.
Nah, Nope.
Maybe that boy packing heat. Maybe he
That's
can,
where
maybe he can eat the
lost
paint off
Joy.
a car.
First of all, it's El Cerrado de Fuego, you motherfucker.
I'm saying maybe he was the OG. Maybe he showed you the way and you didn't even know it.
Look,
Maybe this was your spirit animal.
Look, I know I got me a fine-ass Latina, all right? But I got some personality, and I'm packing some Takis, you know what I mean? Some of them, like, Fuego
There's two of
Takis.
them. That was like really small, aren't they? Like this,
I mean, you
like
stack
this
two of them
thick.
on, you stack two of
ultra
them on top
spicy
of,
though.
you stack two on
Oh.
top of each other, and they're, you know,
You get the blue ones. What are they called?
They're
Zombies.
thin.
Get the zombies.
they're thin, but they're deep. It's like a needle.
I don't know if I've ever actually
But
had a
it's-
Taki.
You're
I don't
crazy.
understand
That's
if
insane.
this was. I don't know if this was just like a misbegotten plot point, but it doesn't. Their relationship doesn't add anything here because she kind of disregards it altogether as having any meaning by the end of the movie.
Honestly, I really liked where the movie was going until he introduced this side plot.
It doesn't
Because
change anything because they're both still in love with Wallace, in my opinion. You know, like the rest of the
Right.
movie, the drive of the rest of the movie is that's my best friend. I love that guy. And then what was the point of them fucking it
I
off?
think it just goes to solidify just how much of a piece of shit Wallace was even more.
Yeah, I think that kind of alleviated. Well, maybe it was there to alleviate how much we did not like Wallace. Maybe we were supposed to feel a little bit of pity for him, considering what he's just went through and what's also happening back at home at the same time. Maybe it was just a
But then again, he is talking about getting roadhead while he's out on these
yeah, he is
podcast
Talking about
journeys.
getting his dick sucked by some
It-
randos.
It makes you not like any of the characters that you've met.
Yeah, fair point.
Nope, don't like a single one. Also, who the fuck charges their phone in the bathroom?
That was also odd, yes.
Yeah, that was
That was
very
weird.
very much staged. That was
Well,
weird blocking. There you go.
Oh.
Staging was weird there.
Supposedly, it's safer to charge your phone away from where you sleep, but, you know.
Oh yeah, that's like the YouTube fitness enthusiasts are like, put your
Yeah,
phone
let me
in another room.
let me fucking charge it right above a big ass bowl of
No
water.
blue lights, Joy. Make sure you're
Yeah.
reading a good
Let me
book.
do that. Let me
Got
charge
the
it right here next to.
grayscale.
Let me charge it right there
Exfoliate.
above my fucking bathtub while I'm taking a bath.
Get your butthole cleansed 30 minutes before bed, and do a handstand all the way to the sheets.
Gee.
But the ringtone that Wallace has is actually a fan-made song built around Ralph Garman, who is one of Kevin Smith's buddies, his Al Pacino impersonation, originating from one of their Hollywood Babylon podcast skits. It was used with permission, and it's an in joke, obviously, for his audience. What does this say? Something about margaritas? Ooh, more margaritas.
Yeah, that's what it says. Yeah, I forgot about it.
It's like some dumbass ringtone that just keeps going off. I felt so bad for him, too, when he was making that call. I thought he was going to get away with it for a minute.
Well, he
I'm
had
saying
plenty of
there's like
time
two-
to say so much information. I don't know why you
Or
didn't call
send a fucking text,
911,
man.
whatever
Send a
the fuck,
text.
whatever the Canadian version was.
But there's like 2 or 3 moments here where I'm impressed with what Smith did with the tension. Like, I guess him doing tension at all just shocked me. But he pulls it off here. But it's specifically when Justin Long is pretty much in the wheelchair. That's when I was feeling the most for the character. So, kudos to that.
Well, he's not in the wheelchair long.
He's not. He's about to get a whole new look. Unforgettable at that.
He's about to get. They're gonna let him lay down for a long time. I think the rest of
I'm
the
coming out.
Speaking
for the
of
glow
which, Howard continues the transformation while telling Wallace his backstory. He was a duplicitous orphan, a child institutionalized and abused by Canada's elite, politicians, the Quebec Catholic clergy, priests, even the nurses, the nuns, and the night watchmen. After his parents were murdered, he despises humanity as a result, which he describes with great eloquence. He amputates Wallace's other leg, cuts out his tongue, and stitches his upper arms to his torso so that only his forearms can move, resembling the limited motion of a walrus's pectoral flipper. Just looks so cool.
Fucking A. Fucking A, man.
Very
I
chilling,
blame-
very chilling monologue here.
Woo!
I blame you.
What did he say about this? There was things that went in my mouth that should never go in a child's mouth.
I tasted things that no human
God.
should ever taste.
I blame you, Joey, for making me now have this image of Justin Long in a walrus suit burned into my brain for the rest of my life.
That shit is so fucking...
Dude,
it's so
the thing that
shocking.
shocked me was how much screen time it got. This is like
got
halfway through the movie. We got 45
way
minutes
too
with this
much.
shit. I was like, damn.
I did the same thing because I had to let my dog out, and I paused it, and I was like, wait a minute. This thing's not even halfway done.
We got some time in this suit. We're actually gonna have character development in the suit.
I was thinking, was he going to learn like SeaWorld tricks, like bouncing balls and such?
Yeah, this shit was bonkers. But yeah, the whole monologue about all the abuse, and anytime you bring the child abuse stuff into it, it's just it makes me nauseous, bro.
Cringe.
Well
makes my
delivered.
fucking skin crawl. Ugh.
Well delivered.
I felt like I had a
Jesus.
fucking I feel like I had a brown recluse just on my leg, like
The
during
old
this.
brown recluse, native to
Yeah.
to North Carolina as well.
I was very uncomfortable for that section. Great acting.
Yeah, great delivery, but I don't think I want to hear it again.
No, thank you. In Manitoba, Allie and Teddy connect with a local detective who refers them to Guy Lapointe, a rumpled, eccentric former Sûreté du Quebec inspector who has been hunting Howard for years. Lapointe explains that Howard is known to the police as the first wife, as his victims have all been found with no legs, stitched arms, no tongue, and peculiar holes in the roof of their mouths. He believes Wallace may still be alive, but warns them he may not be as they remember him. Are you sure he's not pulling your legs, getting up to some old American monkey shines? That fucking detective
Does it
said
sound
that
like monkey
shit.
shines to you?
Does it sound like monkey shines to you?
That was
Is-
the whole scene in like the restaurant. It's just weird. I guess it explains it was all shot in 2 days.
I think they allowed him to improv a lot of his dialogue.
Yeah, I feel like Johnny Depp just directed this shit that he's in.
Yeah, that's how it feels for sure.
I thought it was great though. He was very entertaining, if anything else. But yeah, Johnny Depp as Guy Lapointe. You guys want to talk about him, or you just want to tell people to go to our Nightmare episode?
Well, I mean, I know you love talking about Crybaby, so here's your time to talk about Crybaby.
Oh man, I done talked about that one enough. I'm gonna let you guys.
He's a legend of he's a legend of the screen, big and small, pop culture in general. If you don't know who Johnny Depp is, you probably don't know American movies. We've fluffed the man before. He's been through the highs and the lows. Looking at you, Amber Heard, shitting on his bed. So here's his recent news. He's supposedly getting back in the saddle. He's got his first feature film role coming out in the next couple of years. So coming back to you screens, fellas.
Oh, he's back. Okay. Well, we also skipped over the detective, played by Ralph Garman.
Ugh.
Ralph.
He's been in 274 episodes of Family Guy, his various voices. And
Oh,
Ted.
Yeah, he is a voice work. That's right.
Yep, and Ted 1 and 2.
He's Kevin's co-host on the Hollywood Babylon podcast. He was the guy I referred to who did the Al Pacino impression for that ringtone as well. It's one of his besties. He's part of the Kevin Smith podcast universe.
I thought he looked familiar.
Yeah, I think, what was it, Comic Book Men? Remember that TV show they had? I think he might have been a part of
On
that too.
AMC, yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Smith's buddies running the comic book shop. The Secret Stash. Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash.
The scene between Depp and Howard, I thought was a waste. It just came off
No.
cheap
I
and-
fucking love that shit.
Sitting on the porch.
Where
Where
Howard
he's
pretended
doing
to
the
be
damn
retarded.
sling blade or some shit. I was
Yeah,
like, what the fuck?
I thought
I
it
was
was
like, give
so
me the other
good,
Howard,
man.
Which version of Howard do you prefer is the real question here.
I like
I
their
think
dynamic.
this-
I love their back and forth.
Which version of Howard do you prefer, though? Like the...
Give me the retarded version.
The scholarly gentleman or sling
No.
blade?
I
You
want the sling blade. I want the, what did he call himself? Bartholomew Mose, I think he said his name was.
I want to see that character switched with the other one. I want to see him like interacting with Justin Long.
Motherfucker
How that would have
said-
went.
He said, "Are you gonna kill the spider in my shitter?" He said he called the police to come kill the spider that was in his shitter. Oh man, it was so.
I think
good.
this is proof positive, though. Like me and Hootie said, this dude is obviously full of shit, man. I think this thing alone discredits his entire persona of being a writer, war hero, what the fuck ever. This dude it's bonkers.
It's all just garbage. Nonsense.
Which I don't think it takes away from the character. I think it makes him more interesting, but I think it definitely shows you he's as unreliable a narrator as there is.
What'd you guys think about the explanation of why they call him the first wife?
Oh, she won't fuck you.
She doesn't let you talk. She don't let you go anywhere, and she don't fuck you. So it's like she cuts out your tongue, she cuts off your legs, but she don't rape you.
Has there been any signs of sexual assault? No, none of that. They're like, are you sure? He's like,
no,
yeah.
He said, yeah, nothing sexy.
And that came across like Kevin Smith dialogue, though.
Oh, yeah. It definitely had some of his DNA in there. And then he said, how did he refer to it? He says, well, maybe you had to be married a few times for it to land. He's like, all right, moving on. This bit's not working.
Is Haley Joel Osment just not a good actor as an adult?
He has a very unique, his eyes and face emote a very specific way, which really works when he was a kid. In The Sixth Sense, I think the way he looks is very particular to the character, and then AI is playing an artificial person, a robot, so it works really well. Beyond that, I don't know.
He's hard to take.
I haven't seen it. Yeah, I haven't seen it work as an adult really yet. Yeah, you're just laughing at the fact that it's Haley Joel Osment. That's how I feel about it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the kid actor.
Yeah, I can never take him as a serious actor. It's always like, oh, that was the guy from, Sixth Sense.
Second 8 lines, yeah.
That's the dude from, what was he? You said he was Jeff Foxworthy. That's Jeff Foxworthy's fucking kid, right?
Man, that's Jeff Foxworthy's son, Todd.
Is that damn Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
He might be a redneck.
He might be a fucking redneck. Now, how does he know what monkey shines are?
See, I don't think Jeff Foxworthy can say monkey shines. That shit come off as racist. Only certain people get away with saying that. Canadians can say
racist, you might be a redneck.
You might just be a damn redneck. Howard finishes sewing Wallace into a full walrus costume constructed with his own tibia bones carved as tusks. He then begins conditioning Wallace to think and behave like a walrus. Wallace's psyche over time breaks. He stops trying to escape and starts responding to the conditioning. Howard is delighted. This motherfucker, when they're sitting next to each other at the damn water's edge, and he says, "Why do you blubber so?"
When he's got his feet in the water, yeah.
That is the most on the fucking blubber so, because he's got a lot of blubber, because he's a fucking walrus, and so because he's sewn together.
I am the walrus.
Oh, it's so great.
So you say that he breaks down over time to where he kind of becomes a walrus. I don't know if he ever really accepts it.
No,
from the way I saw it.
I think he does. He's obviously still got a will to fight, but he does over time start to have cracks in his psyche.
The conditioning starts to click.
Yes. I mean, at that point, you feel hopeless. Like you do anything to survive. Like I think it's
a moment where he has to eat that kind of.
Where he has to eat the mackerel. Yeah.
That was pretty.
Like you gotta do what you gotta do to survive.
Because it's one thing to be stuffed into this thing and treated this way.
Thing.
That's one part of the psychology of it. But the other thing is the fact that you can't fucking move. Like to pin all that into the fact that you're literally stuck like this.
Which,
like you would do anything to get out,
Does it lend itself to how the movie ends? But we will get.
Yeah, there's a question like how much time is passing here as to like the believability of his breakdown, but considering this what kind of a person he was, how vain he was, how much he was into himself, like he might just have a really delicate psyche that did not take much to crack. Because this dude dominates him from the moment he walks in that house until the end. He has he has 0 victories in this fucking movie. 0.
Howard reveals the final piece of his backstory. After being rescued from the island, he had killed and eaten Mr. Tusk. Survived the final days before rescue. The guilt had driven everything since. Every victim is Howard's attempt to bring Mr. Tusk back and give him a chance to live. He's been doing this for over 15 years.
Yeah, that's bonkers.
23 victims. Has tried this shit with 23 people.
So there's 23 walruses out there.
Mm-hmm.
Incomplete walruses.
Yeah.
Ones that didn't work. No one ever went full walrus.
He
bro.
undoes them. He gets them out of the skin and then disposes of the body.
You got to go full fucking walrus, man.
Yeah, you don't make 23 goddamn walrus suits. That's too much work. You know how much skin he would need for that?
So he's lugging around this walrus kit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just keeping it up. Getting it laminated, upholstering it, if you will. Just getting some new shit going on inside.
He's good at that now.
Putting in a little bit in extra pockets. You never know when you need to hide a cell phone or something of that like. But yeah, the fact that he's been doing this repetitively, I think, is one of the only pieces of evidence that lends to the fact that maybe that part of his backstory is true, because he's very hyper fixated on it specifically.
Even that,
maybe some of this walrus shit really happened. Or otherwise, why would he keep going back to it 15 times or 23 times?
Even that, I just sit back and wonder, did he see a walrus at a zoo when he was a kid? And you know.
No, it's like a Batman moment where he just focuses on one thing during a moment of trauma.
I don't believe that, man. I feel like to go to this extent, you got to actually have some shit happen to you. Plus, as a kid, his ass wasn't going to the zoo. He was in a rape dungeon.
He's like the damn Joker, man.
That's
you know how
his
he got
story.
these scars? And now you got these scars? Yeah, give me a reach around. I can't do the letter. Give a guy a reach around, would you?
Hugga, reach around.
Yeah. I'm just going to hurt you real bad.
Howard dresses in his own homemade walrus pelt, enters the enclosure to engage Wallace as an equal, or as his own version of Mr. Tusk. The fight ends when Howard attempts to beat Wallace with an usik, a walrus back, and Wallace impales Howard on his tusks. Howard dies with a look of genuine satisfaction. LaPointe, Allie, and Teddy arrive to find Wallace bellowing over Howard's body. LaPointe raises his gun to put Wallace down, but Allie stops. So this whole thing is, while he's stranded on the island, it gets to the point where, okay, there's no more fucking food. I gotta do something to survive. He sneak attacks Mr. Tusk, who has been his best friend and his savior this whole time, kills him, and immediately after he's rescued. So he feels this guilt.
It's the fucking mist all over again, man.
It's the mist of Thomas J,
it's
baby.
It's the mist, Thomas J mist all over again. So it's this guilt that's been eating at him since he was like 17, 18 years old, however old he is. His entire life, he took his best friend's life without giving his best friend a chance to defend himself.
Well, don't we only truly hurt the ones we love? Isn't that the lesson here?
Yeah, true, dog.
But isn't a walrus
never really hurt?
mostly just blubber? Can you eat blubber?
Shh.
I don't think he had
Motherfucker,
enough time
I'll
to
be eating the
digest
fat off
it.
the steak. I'm all right.
I don't think he had enough time to process it and shit it all out, because it was going to come at him quick. Because he literally is saved like 3 bites in. He looks up and there comes the safety raft. I guess if you cook it right, they got to be chewy as hell, though. Got to be some kind of musculature under there somewhere.
Yeah. But like you said, he didn't have enough time to go that far.
He probably had a wicked shit, though, when he made it to that boat.
Oh, one of
Straight
them
raw
grease shits where like you go to wipe and there's more shit after you wipe.
You hit the bidet, and you hit the bidet harder than it hits you. Just straight.
It's like there's shit in the bidet.
Y'all need some dude wipes. Not a sponsor.
Dude wipes. TM.
Anything else about this scene about how he's fucking just banging his head on Howard's chest and just driving the fucking
losing
tusks
and
in him?
We mentioned how like happy Howard is in this moment. It's like almost orgasmic for him. Like he's laying on his back, like ultimate release.
You know why that is, right?
Because Mr. Tusk won.
Well, that and this shows he completed his transformation of Wallace into a walrus.
So he brought Mr. Tusk
like he
back.
lost all his humanity to do this.
So he wanted Mr. Tusk to kill him?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, he didn't think it was
because now he is Mr. Tusk. He is the walrus.
I am the walrus.
If he would have got killed, he just would have been another body.
Cuckoo, choo. I am the Eggman.
He would have been number 24 if he just like died.
When Genesis and Haley Joel walked to the room, I didn't feel like they were shocked enough.
Like the sight of
I
old dude.
feel like they weren't in the same room.
Fuck? Yeah, I was kind of in that same mindset, but thinking back to LaPointe literally told them what to expect, right?
Okay.
Like he could vividly describe the wounds, so that I think if that's me going in there, And as they're running through the house, they see like all these diagrams and shit where it's clear that this dude's been mutilating bodies, and there's walrus drawings every fucking where. Maybe the little bit of the shock was worn off on the way up the stairs. That's all. Like, prepare yourself before you go.
To just see that, I mean, I was shocked that it was on television. I just couldn't imagine.
Dude, the movie, the most shocking thing was fucking Michael Parks in his suit, but when he just fucking bounced down.
Oh, when he just fucking popped up, motherfuckers in
epic.
his damn, he's in his fucking walrus gear.
That was my favorite bit right there. That was when I finally lost it. I was like, I couldn't help but laugh. That fucking got me. That was my punchline.
And that's another point.
And what if a man has two dildos and he just fucking pops out on it? Oh, I love that.
That's another point to look at. Like, this dude is just full of it from the get-go because he snaps and loves being in this walrus costume.
Yeah, he's like a pig and shit. It's like Joey putting that mask on. He's just become.
I just become something else, you know?
I'm here. It's over.
And they have like a heavyweight walrus fight.
Yeah, straight up fucking
Just
sumo wrestling
smacking
style.
each other.
They're
Fat
bumping
ass.
chest and shit.
Just straight flubber slapping. It was fucking great.
Could you imagine directing that scene?
All right, actually,
Harder! Slap his belly harder! Make it believable!
Put that belly button in that motherfucker's mouth.
1 year later, Allie and Ted visit Wallace at a wildlife refuge. And I think it was an animal sanctuary. We'll say wildlife refuge. Where he is living as a walrus. They lure him out of hiding with his favorite treat, a mackerel. Saddened at the downtrodden sight of her once upon a time lover, Allie recalls her grandfather telling her that crying is what separates humans from animals. With tears in her eyes, she tells Wallace that she still loves him and turns to leave. Wallace watches on, barking and grunting, with tears streaming down his face. And so ends 2014's Tusk. So he didn't lose all of his humanity. He still has some of his humanity left.
Still some Mac in there.
You see how fast his ass came out of his little enclosure when that mackerel hit the ground?
This ending was too much for me.
It was very fucking goofy.
Why could they not cut him out of the suit?
Because he would lose his mind. I don't know. I guess
he was already Stockholm syndromed into being a walrus. He would have just lived his life as a walrus in his
he was
human
happier
suit.
as a walrus.
But why do they have to make... Okay, go with me. They walk into this abandoned like animal sanctuary, and the walrus is in like what looks to be a 12x12 dog cage with a little bitty kiddie pool and a dog house.
They could have shot that in someone's backyard.
He could have had the whole area. Why is he in this little space?
Yeah, the logistics aside, it's funnier to talk about it. Like as Joy's describing it, I'm laughing, remembering it because it's funny. But watching it was fucking sad, man. Like you said, he's in this pitiful ass, like rinky-dink backwoods dog cage.
Yeah, Wallace is up there.
Sad.
Oh, not Wallace, but Ted is up there. He's smashing in the parking lot.
Still
laughing at him.
You got roadhead on the way.
Throw him the fish.
Talking about it smells like fish, but that's fish that ain't in the car no more, girl.
It's funny to hear the plot, but I think it has a tinge of sadness that kind of works for if you can accept the fact that we got here believably. Then I think there's a touch of sadness that kind of works.
You finally feel sympathy for Wallace.
Yeah, motherfucker's been stuck in that suit for a year. He's gone, bro. I got a note here during the final credits. I don't know if you boys listened to the final credits, but they played this snippet from the original podcast episode where Smith and Mosier first conceived the film. It plays over the audio. It's kind of funny to hear like the genesis of it because Kevin's he's telling like on the podcast, he's telling you how the story would end, and it's the exact ending that we just saw, and he's laughing his ass off all the way through it. He said it, and then the motherfucker's friend shows up with like a fucking fish and throws it to him. And he's still a fucking walrus.
I did not stick around for that.
He wrote it on his fucking podcast in like 10 minutes, basically. It's worth listening to. Find the YouTube clip.
Johnny Depp read the script and said, I want to be in that.
I want to be in that. I saw that Twitter campaign. I want to get in on that ground floor. Gonna be the next Avatar. So you think if the suit were more up to some kind of standards that you would have appreciated, Hootie, you would like this better?
If you would have maybe lit the suit better, I mean, he couldn't make that suit more prominent in the scenes every time. It was well lit. It was like center frame.
Lights. Yeah.
I was like, man, you really want to show this thing off. If he would have just kind of kept it in the shadows, it would have helped a lot.
I guess if you can accept the concept, it's not terrible. It's not as bad, in my opinion, as its reputation had seemed to suggest, as we'll see. We got any more notes on the plot here, boys?
Hell no. This movie just like it played itself.
All right, let's put it to bed. A piece of memorabilia you take it home from Tusk from 2014, Mr. Hootie.
Honestly, there's not a lot that I would want, except for when Wallace wakes up and Howard's sitting there greasing that tusk. I want that tusk.
I think that's his leg, right? It's been shaped into a tusk.
His tibia.
So.
You want Justin Long's tibia. Gotcha. You see. I'm gonna get Howard's flyer in the bathroom. I'm gonna laminate that and hang it up in my fucking bathroom with a heartbeat. That's a good read on the shitter, no matter how you look at it. What about
quite
you,
a
Mr.
read.
Nasty?
Yeah.
That's a hell of a read, bud.
Let me get that walrus cock, dog. That walrus baculum.
The baculum?
Usyk. I'm trying to get that stiffness during coital penetration. You know what I mean?
He got knocked out by that thing.
So I'm trying to get somebody knocked up by that thing.
Would you duct tape it underneath you yourself, or how would you even use that?
Shove it up my ass and it'd push it out the front.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I've seen a lot of cartoons. That's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Imagery.
What about the Hemingway
what
bottle?
cartoons
Nobody?
are you watching?
The Hemingway bottle? Nobody? Let's just
I don't give a
fake.
shit about Hemingway.
It's fake, man.
I don't play tennis.
Yeah, this is true. He was great back in the day. I have no fucking idea who you're referring to at this point. Serena Williams is back at it. That's all I know.
Oh, she got fucking shit on today, boy.
Give her a break. All right, fellas, grade books out. Mr. Hootie, what did you think about this one from Kevin Smith, The Lovely Tusk, as it were, from 2014?
So, Kevin Smith's Tusk was a blind spot for me, mainly because I stopped following his films. I knew this film was based around body horror, so I skipped it almost at every point. However, thanks to Joey, I had to watch this train wreck. Kevin Smith's style does not work for horror movies, in my opinion. I never understood what the tone was supposed to be from scene to scene. However, Justin Long does do a pretty good job in this role, albeit playing a true Justin Long character. If you're a fan of Kevin Smith films, then I would say watch Tusk. It'll be a good time for you. If you're not, I might say skip it. I give this film a D.
Who'd throwing out D? Joey trying to get a new D. We got D's all around today. Let me grab this.
D's nuts, God.
Kevin, you took a 45-minute podcast bit about a fake Craigslist ad. You wrote it into a screenplay in the time it took Bobby Weinstein to not return your calls. Shot the film in a couple of days. And you somehow got Michael Parks and Johnny Depp into the same film. First act is genuinely unsettling in a way your earlier work truly never was. And Parks does deliver a committed villain. The monologues alone made this flick for me. However, the film does lose steam pretty badly in the third act, and Johnny's Le Point is a bit of a tonal gamble that I'm not quite sure pays off. But Tusk does earn a cult status. I can see why the fandom exists just through the sheer specificity of vision here. Nobody else would have made this, and I think that's got to count for something. So I am handing out a C+ for Mr. Kevin Smith for Tusk. Joseph, what you got?
So the first half of the movie is a great horror setup that, unfortunately, the second half doesn't live up to. The dark comedy angle begins to become much more comedy-leaning than true horror. But regardless how silly and funny the movie may get, there's always that element of terror in the background that can't be ignored or erased. I really enjoyed Michael Parks' Howard Howe. His presence alone gave the movie a chilling atmosphere, and every time he opened his mouth, I was captivated. His range in this is something really to marvel at, in my opinion, and as his intensity builds, so too does the intensity of his scenes and his walrus creation. Justin Long does what he does best in portraying an annoying prick that you can't wait to see get his comeuppance, and even Johnny Depp is at the very least entertaining as a scene-chewing French-Canadian detective whose eccentric performance is memorable, although maybe for not the best of reasons, as his lengthy dialogue does interrupt the creepiness built by the rest of the movie. It's really easy to knock the film for its bizarre and odd nature, but there is one thing you cannot knock it for, and that is the originality of its plot. Now, that plot might be full of holes, but damned if I don't enjoy seeing Justin Long being chopped up and turned into a fucking walrus. Kevin Smith's Tusk grades that with a B.
All over the
He
board,
pushed
fella.
it to a B, baby. We're covering the whole damn alphabet up in here. Well, all right, boys. We're going to look at the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. If you're new to the game, we try to be within 5 points. If we are correct, we choose the next bad boy. Otherwise, we get a rando assignment from the internet. Joey chose this movie, so he did not participate. Mr. Hootie said this would be at a 55%. I bet he wants to take that back now. I guessed a 38%. The actual audience score was a 36%.
Ooh.
Bang, bang, got another dub. Been a while for me here personally.
Good job by you.
However, we are in the dead heat. Literally got the heat dome, as I've heard it described, coming overhead. So when it gets hot, there's only one place to go, boys. We got to go back yet again to a place called Texas for the next in a series that we've been covering every summer for a few summers now. We are being brought up to 2003's The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Is this Jessica Biel?
Jessica Biel, baby. We're in the new millennium
Jessica
now.
Biel,
So.
get to see that ass, boy.
Sorry, McConaughey. We moving on, dog. So I'll have to save my pick for next go round while we take our times getting into, I think this is the Michael Bay joint, if I remember correctly.
I think I may have watched this in theaters.
You were a real boy when this one came out. Is that what you're trying to tell me? All right, folks, we're going to watch a trailer for 2003's The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. On YouTube, you can join our YouTube channel and watch it there with us. Otherwise, we'll be right back here with you in a few short moments. All right, boys, that was a trailer. Nothing at stake here since this is a mandatory assignment. Where do we think that sits at on the Rotten Tomatoes audience score?
I don't remember
Think
this movie
people like
being that bad.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me like a 45.
I'm going to hit Hootie's 55 before he steals it from me.
Yeah, I was thinking 55. I'm going to go lower than I expect. I'm going to go 35.
Shit, we all
Pessimism.
fucking...
I don't like it. I do not like that. Well, with that in the bag, boys, thank you for listening. Good folks, you can check us out at horriblefilmschool.com. You can get links to the episodes, the social channels, and the merch store. As always, you can support us for free in the 3 easiest ways known to man: rate, review, and subscribe. And if you're feeling truly generous, you can send us some interesting stories that definitely do not end with us being surgically transformed into marine mammals. As for me, I'm sending love and support to women who chase down the man who wronged them and still manage to cry at the end, because sometimes love is watching a walrus and knowing there used to be a person in there.
What a lesson.
Love, baby.
As always, if you're hearing our voices, spread the love, spread the campaign that is the Horrible Film School. And with that, I get to go hang out with Jessica Biel in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I'm out.
Thanks for all the likes, the subs, the listens, follows, downloads. We really appreciate you guys and gals' support, as well as your time and attention. Be sure to join us next time. We pay a trip to back to the Sawyer Flea Market to pick up some more bone art in 2003's The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Last this